Hello, welcome to my story. The story I didn't choose is called 1001 Nights. 1001 Nights, also known as Arabian Nights, is a collection of Middle Eastern folktales, stories, and legends that have been passed down through generations. These stories filled with adventure, magic, romance, and moral lessons have had a profound influence on literature and storytelling around the world. The frame narrative of the Thousand and One Nights centers around the tale of Saharat, a clever and resourceful woman who uses storytelling to change the fate of her kingdom and ultimately save her life. The story begins with King Cyrano, a Norse noble ruler of a large kingdom. After discovering that his wife has been wonderful, Cyrano becomes bitter and disillusioned with woman in his anger. He decides to marry a new woman every day, and after the wedding night, he has each one executed. His cruelty spreads throughout the land, and many women live in four of these worlds. The kingdom vizier, wise and trusted ambassador to the king, has a daughter named Sarhat. Sarhat and know for the intelligence, beauty, and wisdom and the seed the beast, a plan to shape not only herself but also the other women of the kingdom. She volunteers to marry King Saihanar, fully aware of his great reputation, um, is accepted as his new life. On their wedding night, Saxaret means to tell the king a story, but has down approach. She leaves the story unfinished. The king, intrigued by the tale, wants to hear the conclusion, but Sarah cleverly promised to continue the story the next night. This clever story assures her survival for another day. The following evening picks up the story where she left off, and once home, she leaves incomplete. This continued for 1001 night. Each night, Sarah tells a new story, and the sail ships her incredible captain, filled with mystery, magic, and moral lessons. Some of the most famous stories of 1001 Nights are one we still reckon today, such Aladdin and the Magic Lamp, Ali Baba and the Four Nips, the Fisherman and the Genie. These stories are often seen fantastical, were full of magical creatures, braves, heroes, cunning villains, and wise figures who impart moral teachings. Among the stories, Shahrazad tells Aladdin is one of the most famous. Is this tale a poor boy named Aladdin discovers a magical lamp that holds a powerful genie capable of granting him wishes. With the help of the genie, Aladdin becomes wealthy and powerful, and uses his newfound fortune to win the hand of a princess. But like many stories in the Thousand and One Nights, The tale owls, the owls, with themes of the perception, greed, and the importance of a good character. The moral of Aladdin's story revolves around the idea that wealth and power are fleeting if not paired with wisdom and integrity. Another famous tale, Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, tells the story of Ali Baba, a poor woodcutter who stumbles upon a secret cave where 40 thieves in their treasures. The cave is magical, sealed with the praise open sesame. Ali Baba takes some of the treasure. However, the thieves discover his secret and seek to take revenge. The story highlights themes of great loyalty and cleverness as Ali Baba and his family must work with the thieves to survive. Another Wisconsin story is the fisherman and the genie. In this tale, a fisherman catches a genie who has been trapped in a wobble for catchers. The genie immediately plans to kill the fisherman, but the fisherman clever tricks the genie into revealing the way how the bottle eventually earns the genie's gratitude. This story explores the themes of wit, mercy, and the unpredictable nature of fate. Has Sansaharat continues to tell tips, captain stories sometimes change within King's Saynar. At first, he simple intrigued by her tales and impressed by her cleverness, but as the nights pass, having to see Sahar in new night, like he grows fond of her over time he becomes deeply moved by moral lessons embedded in the stories he begins to question his previous beliefs about women and realizes the destructive nature of his whole actions. By the end of the 101 nights, signing transformed him. All longer seeks vengeance on feels these true foods of woman instead. He becomes a husband, fire roller cunner for his winsome and compassion. Hans Sahar's courage, intelligence, and patience have not only saved her whole life but also brought about a profound change in the king's character. Her ability to tell stories and weave lessons into her tales has turned the tide of a kingdom fate, transforming it from a place of war and currently into one of peace and finance.